What up, though, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Chopping It Up with Uncle Chon True-Stories. Now, this is part two of my last video, which was, man, didn't we tell you she was crazy? The story about this lady named V. And the reason why it's taking me so long is because I was up under the weather. Been battling whatever's out here, so I really didn't have my voice. It would have been sounding like I was more congested than I am now. But this video had to be made because I was starting to get calls and visits about, you know, finishing up this story. So, Jennifer, Brian, and Stanley. Here it is, part two. Okay, where we left off, I had just talked V into uh, driving herself home. Now, I felt bad. I really did. Because, like I said earlier, the weather was not the best. And she had drank that wine in an expeditious manner. Okay? Uh, but, number one, she was older than me. And when I met her, she was full of that oil. So I reasoned that she drove like that all the time. You know, keep in mind I was 25. You know what I'm saying? My loaf wasn't wholly baked, and but I had to send her away. I could not. Uh, I couldn't continue the night with her because I had a terrible headache, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I was a little scared. Yeah, I was a little scared. So I told her to call me as soon as she got home or whatever, and she left. And I think I went in the house and I ended up falling asleep. And I think the phone rang probably about 1:30 or so. I mean, it took her a long time. And she called me, yeah, this is V. I made it home safe. Okay, you have a good night. And she hung up, and I was like, okay, cool. Now I'm thinking, okay, I'm not gonna call her no more. I learned my lesson. I'm good. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm thinking to myself, whew, V's in the flying the friendly skies. I ain't got to worry about her. I can go on about my life. So uh, I didn't, of course, I told Mo, and he, I told you she was crazy, whatever. So now I don't hear from her for about a week. And then one day, and you keep in mind, this is back in the day. Now, we did have caller ID, but it wasn't on the phone. It was like, remember when they had those little caller ID units where it was just, some of y'all don't remember that, but a lot of y'all remember just the caller ID unit. So the phone might be over here and the caller ID unit over there. So, if you don't feel like going over there looking, you don't look. So the phone rings one day. I think it was on a Saturday. Yeah, it was like a Saturday. And I'm feeling good. And the phone rings and I pick it up. Hey, what's up? And hi, Sean, this is V. Oh God, man, my heart just sunk. You know, and it's like, hey V. So she starts talking and yickety yakking and telling me about all her little adventures and where all she's flown and blase splee. And to me, you know how it is when you don't really want to be talking to somebody, or they talking too much or whatever. It go to sounding like Charlie Brown's teacher. Wah wah wah. Wah 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 wah. Oh, wah, 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 wah. And she talking and talking, and And then after she goes on her little soliloquy for about a good 10, 15 minutes, she's like, so how have you been? I'm like, I've been good. And so then she drops this shit on me right here. Uh, yeah, my kids, uh, I wasn't gonna put up a Christmas tree this year, but my kids want to put up a Christmas tree, and I have a new car, and I was thinking, maybe you could go and take us to go uh, pick up a Christmas tree because the place is out by where you stay, and you could put it on your car and take it over, and you can help us decorate. And I'll fix dinner, and all. I'm like, what? Wait a minute, hold up. You got a new car. I was like, I got a new car too. Not only do I got a new car, I got a white car. I'm not finna put no Christmas tree on the top of my car. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, well, you could put like a tarp or a blanket or something down. And I was like, and you can do that with your car, So then she's like, well, I guess you're right. So then she bust out like, well, can I can come by and pick you up, and you can help us pick out the tree, and you can come out to my place and help us decorate, and then I can drop you off later. No. I got stuff to do. Oh, what are you doing today? It's Saturday. I'm watching football. Yeah, I'm watching college football. Oh, okay. All right. Well, okay. Well, I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you. Go ahead, watch your football game. Enjoy. I'll talk to you later. Okay. Okay. That's what's up. Enjoy your tree picking and stuff, and have a good day. Okay. Click. She hangs up. I hang up. I'm like, oh shit. I said, the nerve of this. Go ask me to go pick up a tree on top of my car, and then drive way out to where she lived and help her and her kids decorate the tree, and then bring me drive. Oh, no, is you crazy? Hell no. So, I pop a beer and I'm start watching football and enjoying my day. And at the place where I was living at the time, I had like a neighbor who lived two doors down, named Ryan, and he would come to the back door and come in. And I had a couple more homies that would fall through, and so it wasn't unusual for somebody to be knocking on the back door or whatever. So I'm sitting there enjoying myself, and there's a knock at the back door, and I'm not thinking nothing about it. I go up the stairs, out of the basement, into the kitchen, and look through the window, and I was shocked. I was flabbergasted. I was I was I was uh, uh, I was scared. It was V standing at the back door. And she looked through and she see me, and I'm like, oh shit. So I'm like, okay, all right. I go and I open up the door. Hi, Sean. Yeah, like I told you, the tree place is like, right down the street from you. You want to ride with us? My kids are in the car, and I told you I was watching football. You didn't tell me you was stopping by here, and I already told you no. You know, no. I'm watching football. That's what I'm doing today. Today that's what I got planned for today. Drinking a couple beers and watching the football games. Oh, well, you can't just ride down there with us for like a little while? Like, No. I'm going to watch the football game. Oh, okay. All right. Well, you have a good day watching your football game. And she walks, goes to get the car, and she drives off. And I didn't like the way she said that. I didn't like the way she said that. So I lock the door and I go back downstairs and I get on the phone and I call Mo. And I'm like, Mo, I just got a visit from V trying to get me to go and pick out a Christmas tree. And I got a feeling had I got in that car, she wouldn't have brought me back home. And is she known for any kind of violence or anything like that? I told you, didn't I tell you? Well, all I gotta say is you can whoop her. You know, some stupid shit like that. I'm like, man. So I don't hear from her until like the middle of the week. And she calls me and I answer the phone and she starts telling me off. I don't appreciate you not going with. I told my kids that you were gonna go and help me pick out the car, and I had to lift that tree on top of the car, and my daughter got scratched up and just all of this old crazy shit. I'm like, ah. So now I decided, okay, you know what? See, that's one thing too. Being a nice guy has never got me anything. Never, but more trouble. I was trying to be nice. I had to remember who the hell I was. So she's yickety yakking and going on, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let her talk. I'm gonna let her talk. And she goes on and on and on and on because she could go. And she stopped, and I was like, are you done? Yeah, I'm done. I said, well, good. And I just laid off into it. Look here, bitch. Don't fucking call me no more. You crazy as hell. I don't know what the hell wrong with you. What made you think I would want to go? And I just going off. Doing me. Going off. And I shouldn't have called her a bitch. But, you know, that too short was in me. You know, a couple beers and a little too short. Anyway, that's one of my favorite words, you know, so, and I called her, I didn't call her no more names, but I let her have it. Well, I did call her crazy. Yeah, called her crazy. And of course, she did what she does. Oh, I can't believe you talk to me like this. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Oh. Anyway, y'all get the picture. And I hung up on her. And she waited about 10 minutes and she called my phone again. And I picked up the phone and I was like, look, don't call me no more. Click. Oh, shit. She waited about an hour. Hello? I can't believe you talk to me like this. Click. So then, I forgot who told me. Might have been my sister. I don't know, but you could block people with the, I think it was *67 or something like that. So I had to employ the *67 on her ass. And then I'm thinking, okay, I hope she don't come over no more. And I never heard from her again. I never heard from her again. And I'm so thankful. And and I listen, if somebody tells you that somebody is crazy, or if that person tells you that they're crazy, believe them. Believe them. And there's all different kinds of crazy. So thank goodness she wasn't violent and she had a job and she didn't have time to do all kind of crazy stuff, because that could have went bad. And thank goodness I had sense enough not to, like my father used to tell me all the time, you lay down with dogs, you get up with fleas. I didn't lay down with that dog, so I avoided the fleas. That's the story, y'all. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, like, share, subscribe. And if you didn't like it, like, share, and subscribe. Do it out of spite.